Hello my little warriors, welcome back. Let's do the next exercise, exercise 8.2, question number 1. Okay, in this question, evaluate the following, that is sin 60, cos 60, sin 30 and cos 60. Okay, now let's do it. So sin 60 the value is basically root 3 by 2. So sin 60 will be equal to root 3 by 2 and cos 30 will be equal to root 3 by 2 and sin 30 will be equal to 1 by 2 and cos 60 will be equal to 1 by 2. Now substitute these values, then we will get sin 60 will be root 3 by 2 into cos 30, that is also root 3 by 2, plus sin 30 is 1 by 2 and cos 60 is 1 by 2. So that implies we get 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So when you take LCM 4, you get 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4 by 4, and the answer is 1. Straightforward question, hope you understood. Let's go into the next problem. The next problem is 2 tan square 45 plus cos square 30 degrees minus sin square 60 degrees. Now let's substitute the values for tan 45, cos 30 and sin 60. Tan 45 is 1, cos 30 is root 3 by 2 and sin 60 also is root 3 by 2. Now let's substitute these values in the question. So then we will get 2 into tan square 45 will be 2 into 1 the whole square plus root 3 by 2 the whole square minus root 3 by 2 the whole square plus root 3 by 2 whole square and minus root 3 by 2 the whole square will get cancelled, and what will remain is only 2. So 2 is the answer. That is the answer for the second question. Now let's go into the third question. Now let's do the third question. Evaluate cos 45 degrees divided by secant 30 plus cosecant 30. So what is cos 45? Cos 45 the value is 1 by root 2 and secant 30 the value is secant 30 degrees the value is 2 by root 3 and cosecant 30 degrees the value is 2. Now let's substitute the values in this question. Cos 45 1 by root 2, the whole thing divided by secant 30 2 by root 3 plus 2. Next step is this 1 by root 2 will come down. So 1 by root 2 into 1 divided by 2 plus 2 root 3, and we are taking LCM, so this will be root 3. So the next step will be 1 by root 2 into this root 3 will go up to the numerator, root 3 divided by, we will take 2 as common, 2 into 1 plus root 3. So the next step will be root 3 divided by 2 root 2 into 1 plus root 3. Now as per NCERT, you can't leave any root terms in the denominator. So here you have root 3 and root 2. This cannot be left in the denominator, and the best way to remove a denominator which has got root 3 is multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. You take this denominator, you take the conjugate of this, then once you take the conjugate of this, conjugate means negative, here you have 1 plus root 3, conjugate of this is 1 minus root 3. Some students can ask, why sir, why you are taking 1 plus root, why you are taking conjugate of denominator 1 minus root 3, why can't you take 1 minus root 2 or just minus root 3? See, if you take any other values, you cannot guarantee removal of the root in the denominator. So, to remove the root of the denominator, the best method is multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. There are two root terms here, one is this one, other one is in this, but this one is in multiplication form, but this is here in plus form. So, first let us concentrate and remove 1 plus root 3. Now, what we do is multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. So, the next step will be conjugate of denominator is 1 minus root 3 divided by 1 minus root 3. Okay. Now, this is of the form a plus b into a minus b, that will be equivalent to a square minus b square. So, this implies root 3 into 1 minus root 3 divided by 2 root 2 into 1 minus root 3 into root 3 is 3. So, the next step will be root 3 into 1 minus root 3 divided by 2 root 2, this is 2 root 2 into minus 2, that will be equivalent to root 3 minus 3 divided by minus 4 root 2. So, you take minus sign outside, then this will become 3 minus root 3 divided by 4 root 2. So, here also in denominator we have root 2. What we do is we multiply and divide by root 2. So, 3 minus root 3 into root 2 divided by 4 root 2 into root 2, that equals root 2 into 3 minus root 3 divided by 8, because root 2 into root 2 will become 2 and 4 into 2 is 8. This implies 3 root 2 minus root 3 into root 2 will be root 6 divided by 8. This is the answer. This is the answer as per the textbook. Okay. I hope you understood the working of this particular problem. Mainly multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. Why we are doing it? If we do any other number, you cannot remove the root terms. There, as per CBSE and NCERT requirement, you cannot leave any root terms in the denominator. Therefore, we are solving this further in order to remove the root from the denominator. Okay. Hope you understood the working of this particular problem. Let's see the next question. Okay. Let's see the next question. Next question is sin 30 tan 45 minus cosecant 60 divided by secant 30 plus cos 60 plus cot 45. Okay. Fourth question or fourth subdivision. Evaluate sin, okay, not this one, sin 30 tan 45 minus cosecant 60 divided by secant 30 plus cos 60 plus cot 45. Okay. First we find the values for all these, write down the values for all these trigonometry angles. Sin 30 is given by 1 by 2, tan 45 degrees is equal to 1, cosecant 60 degrees will be 2 by root 3, and secant 30 degrees will be equal to 2 by root 3. Cos 60 degrees is basically half or 1 by 2, and cot 45 degrees is equal to 1. Okay. Some student can ask, sir, how is that you are able to remember all these values? Okay. See, for your examination you have to know these values by heart, because definitely one question is coming in your CBSE. So, you have to know the values of sin 30, cos 30, sin 90, cos 0, all these values. So, the best way to do is by heart them, and then at least by heart sin, cos, tan, and then know the values from 0 to 90 degrees. Okay, 0 to 90 degrees, sine, cos, tan. Once you know sine, cos, tan, then you can do the reciprocal and find the values for secant and cosecant and also cot. Okay, so learn this and by heart it and keep it ready. And also in the examination, if you think that you are getting confused, as soon as you get the answer paper, write down these values at the back side of your answer sheet or at the rough side, and then keep it, so that once you are solving this particular question, you can refer to that and substitute the values and get the answer. Okay, now let's dive into the problem. Sine 30 is given by 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus tan 45 is 1 minus cosecant 60 is 2 by root 3. Whole thing divided by secant 30, 2 by root 3, then plus cos 60 is 1 by 2 and cot 45 is 1 plus 1. Okay, now 1 by 2 plus 1 will be written as 3 by 2. Therefore, we will write this term as 3 by 2. 3 by 2 minus 2 by root 3 whole thing divided by 2 by root 3 plus 3 by 2. Now, this part we take as LCM, and the numerator will become 2 by root 3. On the top we will have 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by, same thing, we will take this as LCM for the denominator, and then the denominator will be written as 2 root 3 and 4 plus 3 root 3. These two get cancelled. So what is remaining is 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 4 plus 3 root 3, or you write it as 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 3 root 3 plus 4. Now, in CBSE, what I told, you can't leave any root terms in the denominator. Denominator you can't leave. So, the best way to remove the root terms in the denominator is multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. So, denominator is plus sign, conjugate of this is minus. So, you have to multiply 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 3 root 3 minus 4. If you do multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator, then you can remove the root term in the denominator. So, let's do the next step. 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 3 root 3 plus 4, 3 root 3 minus 4 divided by 3 root 3 minus 4. So, if you see carefully, numerator is a minus b into a minus b, which will be a minus b the whole square, and the denominator is a plus b into a minus b, that will be a square minus b square. Therefore, the next step will be 3 root 3 minus 4 the whole square divided by a square. A square will be 3 into root 3 the whole square minus 4 square, and the numerator will be 3 root 3 the whole square will be 9 into 3 27 plus 16 minus 2 into 3 root 3 into 4. This divided by 27 minus 16. This equals 43 minus 6 4s are 24. 24 root 3 divided by 11. Correct, no? 6 4 24. So This is the answer for this particular question. Hope you understood the working of this particular question. Now let's go into the next problem. Okay, fifth problem. This problem, now we have to evaluate 5 cos square 60 plus 4 secant square 30 minus tan square 45 divided by sin square 30 by cos square 30. Okay. Now first let's write the values for the trigonometry ratios given. So first one is cos 60 degree. Cos 60 degree is given by 1 by 2. Then secant 30. Secant 30 degrees is given by 2 by root 3. And tan 45 degrees is equal to 1. Then sin 30 degrees is half. And cos 30 degrees will be equal to root 3 by 2. Now let's substitute these values in the question and then evaluate it. 5 into cos square 60, that is half into the whole square, plus 4 into secant 30 is 2 by root 3. 2 by root 3 the whole square minus 1, correct, divided by sin square 30 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 the whole square, no? Yes, 1 by 2 the whole square plus root 3 by 2 the whole square. This implies the numerator will be 5 into 1 by 4 minus 4 into 4. 2 square is 4, 4 into 4 is 16 divided by 3 minus 1, this will be plus actually, the whole thing divided by 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4, 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 will be equal to 1. Okay, so we will write this as 5 by 4 plus 16 by 3 minus 1 divided by 1, that is equal to 5 by 4 plus 16 by 3 minus 1. This implies, let's take 12 as LCM. 5 3s are 15 plus 16 into 4 minus 12. This will be equal to 15 plus 64 minus 12 divided by 12, that equals 3 plus 64 divided by 12, and the answer will be equal to 67 by 12. This is the answer for this particular question. Hope you understood the working of all the problems. So very simple, the basic requirement is you should know by heart the trigonometry ratio values. If you make mistake in the ratio values, then your answers can go wrong. Also it will be a principal error. So don't make principal error. Know the trigonometry ratios properly and then substitute the values for the question given, then evaluate and simplify, you will get the answer. Okay, now thanks for watching. Let's see you in the next video.